game one started. Let's get on it, GMT. Take the lead.
All right. We're on board with Ray at the moment, who has the red spawn, going to get himself a pincer as well. Slow Weeble, proving to be more powerful than any of us had first imagined. Very excited to see how the meta develops around that. And we have our first engagement. Shaft out. Ray gets some free damage.
Yeah, but Davis, nice position on red. Oh, that rocket as well. He's got position on red. He's going to take it, and then he's going to rush the mega. So if we're on Ravy right now, who are we watching on stream? I don't know. I'm watching whoever. Watching Davis. I'll go to Davis. He should be able to get position on this mega as well.
Yeah, and even the frag, an unexpected rocket landing quite nicely for him. Not for the first time this map already, having a bit of a run of things. The pincer, yeah, uncontested there, and Davis does pull out. I think if he is going to attack this red, it has to be from the high ground, but instead he's going to console himself with 2 blues, equal stack.
Yeah, and now he's got like a bit of a situation. He's going to have to be quite quiet, and he's going to get jumped, yeah. He didn't actually get punished for that, so he's still got position on this mega. It's going to be up in, I would say, 5 to 10 seconds, but he doesn't want to contest to it because he knows he's against someone with probably more armor than him, so he's just going to take, again, position on the red. So Davis playing nicely around his 1 frag. He's got a little bit of time before some major items, so it's just poke damage. Good shot there, but gets hit back. And but he should be able to back off. It's double red. Yeah, this is double red now for Davis.
This is how Frontier goes. You go to your respective item, you meet in the middle, you try and pincer each other. Davis apparently does suck.
He didn't, like, he had double red. If red and mega spawn at the same time, red spawns before mega, so what's he doing? The guy's already taken it. And now he's lost position on mega. Ah, it's a nightmare for Davis. Okay, you can hit 100 rocket, that's all right.
Yeah. Okay, everything's fine now. Now, I wouldn't advise going in here necessarily, but looking for the pincer shot. Somewhat unexpected, of course. That sort of aggression isn't necessarily the right thing to do, so it's not going to be the predictable thing either. But Ray is going to, I think, just, take the frag quite easily, honestly.
I mean, that was Davis's mistakes for about a good minute after he got the initial frag. He even waited on mega wrongly. And Ray now going to be in nice position. Good opening rocket. Could follow up with this. I think he should. He knows he's screaming.
Yep.
Oh. And that the mega's not taken. He can hold him in that position. In that back corridor, you can hold people there. They can try and escape high, but you're going to secure yourself the mega. But he's going to take the red, Ray.
So we'll have the benefit of a little bit of stack, but not too much in it. And making good use of the wraparound damage on rockets in this game. It's not huge, but it's something. And we'll have the positioning on mega. Not a bug, no. It's Esports Freddy this game.
It's not going to do that, but those floors are very thin. So it does.
Just say it's a beautiful, unintended mechanic like strafe jumping.
Oh, what a rocket jump. Oh, he's going to give it the red. That's right. He's already got a machine gun. Get him. Easy.
Done. Easy
5 damage
easy.
Machine gun, by the way. Chat, if you're watching and you have a machine gun, you're better off pulling out the melee weapon.
So, melee is 50 damage, right?
Yeah.
10 MG shots are a lot harder to hit than a melee.
Well, melee just doesn't stand up. It's meant to be chip damage.
Right.
I mean, I think it could go up in damage in Duel alone, just to give some out-of-control players chance. But a lot of the maps, you probably noticed, have 2 rocket launchers.
Yep.
So it's quite easy to defend yourself. I think rockets are a big part of Duel. You know, if you want to win Duel, you hit good rockets. And rockets in Diabotical, because they're like LAN rockets right now, because they have the backwards reconciliation. So I think people are surprised with how strong they can be in certain situations. Anyway.
Hopefully people stop bitching about that and learn to play around it, like all true competitors would.
Yeah, just buy a battle pass, your rockets will get balanced.
Cowards is what they are, James, for not standing up to the rockets. Cowards.
All right, so Davis is looking good.
Very much so.
He should be able to get position on the red. If he takes the red, he's going to be at pretty much the 200-200. So it's really about finding Ray. Ray, he's got what he can get out of control, right? He's at 150 armor, 100 health. He's got to get in a position where he can do something, but actually Davis spots him out. Wants to push through, hits 1 rocket to flick him, a second, and surely Davis is going to finish this. Nice switch to the shaft, and actually still took a whole host of damage, so he might have to concede the red armor. Nope, that opens up red armor for him. He should cross the middle as fast as he can.
Yeah, everything changed with that pincer, but why is he so slow, James?
He was looking for another pincer shot, which is okay. But if he had, oh god, if he had gone out with Shaft through the middle, he would have pinned him against the wall and secured the red. But that's going to be unfortunate weapon choice, and actually Ray's going to be able to bring another frag to his score, and takes the lead now 4-2.
Well, Ray will be taking the red. davjs, I'm going to have a look, see where he's at. He's at the Mega. We'll pick it up. Blue as well. This is a pretty decent position for him. I mean,
Ray's missing a pincer.
Is he? Ooh.
Yeah,
but he's going to be in the red room. It's not that important, right?
Yeah, I mean, just getting the pincer, he might get it for free. Yep, no damage contested. So you expect davjs to be up top, which he, predicted nicely. Yep.
Oh, nice. Chunky.
He gotta go aggressive here.
You really should.
A bit of health. He knows he's probably going for the 50. Can't chase up there. It's quite hard to chase up those collision on the terrain.
Yeah, the
he
Central
could go for a
Frontier.
rocket jump move.
Bad things happen in the Central Frontier.
Oh, he's lost in his own world of smokiness. Yeah, not making noise is great unless the red armor's spawning, which it is. So davjs gets the red. Into on the side. Looked like someone tapped him on the shoulder for a minute and was like, "Are you in a tournament?" And he was like, "Yeah, mum, I'm in a tournament." And she's like, "So you don't want a cup of tea then?" He's like, "No." And now he's lost control.
Well, I think you probably still want a cup of tea. I mean, how are you getting through the tournament without it?
Oh my god.
Especially at these hours for us Europeans, Dave. You work me like a slave owner. Right up top. And just stacking back up. davjs has been on the Mega though and smells blood in the water. Here is the shaft. Doesn't hit a huge amount. Left very low at the end, but he gets the frag. And that's beginning to be very important with how much time is left on this clock. Ray thinks off the spawn. He has a chance at a frag. A rocket may well have saved davjs there. Can't finish the frag himself, but it's 50 bubble and it's red.
Yeah. And now again, looking for position on his opponent. I don't think he has a Mega time because of the exchange last one, but he knows it's going to be up soon. And yeah, sees Ray's taking it, so he now knows it's going to be back just on the minute. If he goes for the armor on the left, he's going to be out of position for the red. So he just wants to take one shot of damage and then move to red. Or he could just mess around in the middle of the map, turn up to red where Ray would now be standing on it. So he's got to fight high ground. And I think he's already late. And now he's got to back off to the 50. So again, small control problems here from davjs. Sometimes Ray's had them as well, but I feel like davjs, when he's in control, he's not fighting with his back to armors. And that's really allowed Ray, with a couple of great rockets, I will say, Ray's definitely had the better rocket launcher thus far, get ahead in this.
Yeah, it's been... Well, I'm not even sure it's been overextension and aggression from davjs, who does now pick up the red, left with just 8 HP and trying to escape caught on the geometry. It doesn't matter. Big rocket.
Go, go, go. Stand on the Mega.
By Ray.
Just like get on it and look scary. Posture. So they can't drop on you. Because if he walks away now, that Mega's going to disappear. It's already disappeared, I think.
I think it has. Yeah. Gone.
Could look for a nice pincer shot to do some red damage. Nope. Here's his opponent. davjs wants to back away.
Oh,
nice shaft.
Though. Doing cracking work here. Going to give away the Mega, though. And now...
I think Mega was at the whole time I said it was taken, by the way.
Really was.
Yeah. And davjs was like, nah, I don't need it. Nice.
Oh. I mean, I feel like davjs is making his life so hard for himself, but then at the same time is managing to come through. He's
even the fact that he ran away from red armor there, is that...
Right. Like, what is going on?
It might be delaying it. I mean, it's like, next one's 31. Probably Mega, very similar time. He's making a lot of noise here. Got Ray trapped though. Nice rocket. Should take the Mega. That's a win. That's a big win. If he gets the Mega and just rushes back to red.
So
no urgency.
I asked my North American talent scouts what they thought of all the players that we should be watching this weekend, and davjs was one of them, and they said very strong fundamentals, actually. And particularly, they pointed out his rocket and his pincer, and I think that's sort of true. I mean, the fundamentals less so, but in terms of weaponry, he seems to have a real forte.
Yeah, no, he's hitting well. Like, I think at the start, Ray's rocket's great right now. Ray's rocket cost him his own life, but davjs earned that situation. You know, it's a messy situation to fight in a corridor of rocket launchers.
Yeah.
but it worked out for him. But Ray gets the Mega, and it's going to be a 50 health bubble up here for Davis. And that's pretty much all he's got to play with until he wants to get onto the red again. And I think he, again, is... Like here, he's put himself on the wrong side of the map. If Ray wanted to, he might be able to get on the other side. But I think Davis, nice pincer shot. Again, does he need that blue armor or position on red? I think he needs position on red, and I think Ray might get it. And with that, and he's still got a lot of his Mega health still, so he's now got position and
to aggress here. I mean, why? Shaft out on shaft. No reason to think you should win that one, Davis. This is really quite brazen. I almost want to say arrogant play. So far, it's not too bad, but giving up the Mega, now trying to position onto the red, but he's not. He's almost
playing. He's almost playing like he's better than his opponent, and he should be finding these kills. But by just roaming around the map, making a lot of noise, Ray is playing around it, and Ray, from losing positions, is winning the map just because Davis where he's going. But anyway, we'll see. Davis, as you say, has great, mechanical skills. Doesn't unfortunately land any of those pincers. But he's still pretty healthy. There's a nice drive-by, and he's now going to be posed up for the red armor.
Yeah, Ray on the other side getting the Mega health. We'll have a decent idea of where Davis is. I mean, there aren't too many options. That's actually wasn't a big rocket at all. Looked like it would be. Now very up close and very personal. Rockets coming out from Davis. Going to switch to the shaft. And it just switched to golden frag. It just
literally went into golden frag. A tick. There was one tick of shaft after it hit golden frag. It was on 11:29 when they engaged, and then it hit 11:30, and he won with one tick of shaft. Davis finishing it in style.
Perilous.
Catching me unawares, anyway. I don't know about the people at home.
No, I wasn't ready for that either.
That's good. I mean, you've won a tournament or two in these sort of games, so I've heard.
I'm the best. Yeah, exactly. It's true. Thank you. All right, Perilous, straight in. No time for warm-up. And we're going to be on Ray.
We're on Davis.
Oh, Davis. All right, we're on Davis now. We're going to follow the winner from the last game.
That's it. Definitely design behind these decisions. Davis fighting with the shaft, getting some decent damage done. The rockets at this range, not very potent, are they?
Not great to start with, but just to talk a little bit about Perilous, if people want to know, as we get into the early stages. Map was made by Abraxas, was originally a TDM map. Sent it to Bubkes, who made Mirage and Counter-Strike. He arted it, came back, played it in TDM. We were like, nah, fuck it, it's a dual map. And then I did a lot of balance with the guys to turn it into what it is now. So I think the way that this map plays, and the reason I really liked it, it's a dual map. It's just a big ring, right? You can go anywhere from the bottom floor all the way around.
Right.
Now, if you get good at this map, there's a lot of rocket jumps that are going to cost you some health and armor, but you can really get to the other side fast. Like rocket jumping to up where Davis is now. Etc. But there's a lot of opening damage you can do with pincer. This is really, I think, comes down to Davis. That was a bit brave.
Oh, hits a direct and another. The third rocket not quite as good, but the shaft cleans him up. And Davis, from the brink of disaster.
Yeah, he didn't respect Ray's shaft at all. He was like, I can jump through this laser beam. No problem. And then Ray was like, you're an idiot. Drops down, but then gets hit by 2 direct rockets. And Davis opens up with the first frag of Perilous.
Oh, this was a thing. That was a thing that happened.
I think...
let's move on.
I think both players feel like they, should be winning. If that makes sense? Because... there's not anyone playing a really defensive game. They're just trying to get the items, and then when they're stuck in a fight, they, unlike DDK last game, who would back away, these guys are like, okay, let's finish it now. And they're quite happy to chase down.
Yep.
Nice move by Davis, but he's got to be careful here.
Drops down, going to take the blue. Thinks better of trying to contest the red anymore, and now pincer shot. This is a good opportunity for him out of the telly. The 180 flick, but the rockets raining down. Ray doing a good job now. And Davis, I think, has an awkward path to the Mega if he wants to contest it, and I don't think he will.
But it's all right. Once he's at 200 armor with this pickup, again, he knows his opponent is probably going to want to play yellow, so just rocket jumping up through the middle there would have been great. But, fake rocket jump, also good, Davis, also good. Now he has to wait for another red because he knows that after this red, Mega will be about 5 seconds later. But, you know, he's just on a stroll right now. There's no damage to do over at yellow. There's no reason to be there. So he really should be back at red early so he could pose, and then he's got to get through the middle, rocket jump up, and then he'll be in time for Mega. If he takes too much time, Ray B is already, I think, picked it up from previous. It should be... Yeah, it's up now. Okay.
Yep.
Both of them have made a mistake over Mega, but it's whatever.
He doesn't want to drop on a shaft once again. Will as Ray backs out Colette. Blue as well over to the red. Should be an easy one for davjs. He has a huge stack advantage, but through the telly early is Ray and on to red.
Oh, davjs switched away just to the wrong weapon at the wrong time. He was looking for some rocket splash as Ray B was doing a jump and looking backward at the TP to see if davjs chased. So davjs is in a really bad spot now. One frag up, but he's pretty much lost the map. He's had no time on this yellow armor. He's turned up. He's lucky he's just going to be able to walk away with it. He knows that Mega's probably not his to contest, but he might be able to sneak onto this red. Nope. Yeah, he's playing quite passive. He doesn't want to contest. He's happy with the shards.
It's a real change of pace. I think, you know, you can either leverage in a duel your skill or your set. And for the most part, we've seen davjs try and leverage his skill. He said, my shaft's better than yours, my pincer's better than yours, going into even situations and expecting to come out on top. But I think maybe he's learning now, deciding to slow down, and maybe he plays differently with the lead as well.
I think he plays confused in both lead and...
Confused in both. Right, there we go.
That's his secret to success. If he doesn't know what he's doing, how are you meant to play against him? He's a goddamn genius. That's what I'm saying.
That's davjs.
Yeah. All right. Both players really healthy now. The next engagement is going to be very important if anybody can put down some decent amount of damage. But it's where can you trap your opponent? Okay. There we go. He traps himself, right? Oh!
Pre-packaged in the me-tile.
Oh, he's going to go to the jump pad.
You're going to fall by his own hand as well.
Sometimes you just get gifts, but I went... That air rocket was... he earned that one.
He did.
But come on, just go for the Mega. Get aggressive. Yeah.
ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3.
davjs. -1. Haven't seen -1 in a tournament yet.
Have you not? I think we had a few last night. Oh, you missed last night, James. What a stream it was. All sorts of -1 shenanigans going. Dave threw up. It was great.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not joking. You got motion sickness.
Oh,
anyway,
God.
On board with davjs, very different person.
Yeah.
Very different.
For anybody else who wants to know, Dave, the other Dave is Zachabas. He plays Fortnite, so we should put a warning.
Not anymore. He's past
eggs. Eggs may cause you to puke.
Jumping onto the Mega, davjs. Oh, I don't know about the drop from Ray. I guess he can.
Yeah, he got it. He got
Mega health, yeah.
Yeah, he's got to play for yellow. davjs should know this, and then you can get better position high ground from yellow. So davjs is now probably under Ray, unless Ray went for the shards around the outside. If he went for the shards, he's going to go back into the red room, and then davjs will turn up maybe to his left now, yeah. Ray should have pushed in earlier if he wanted to be on red. You can't slow push from that angle because you're always at a disadvantage. You're at a low ground. And now it's the Mega to play for. Ray has the time. davjs could go for a cheeky little shot from down here.
Oh, it's actually going to be Ray that goes for the aggression. Yeah, and davjs, well, I think more than happy to take a few pot shots. He has this way, He can now come back to the Mega, and chasing will have the high ground
and he got off it, and he's on red.
Is he already on red? He is, and he's done that very quickly. davjs, I don't know. Was he hoping to catch him out at some point, or was this just a mistake? Do you think?
I'm going to go with confusion.
Just confusion at all times from davjs. Unfortunate.
Ray, playing from -1, but he's playing well.
Yep, and obviously with golden frag.
Nice
always
angle.
Time.
Nice. Jesus, okay.
Davjs just hitting everything. It solves a lot of problems in this game if you just hit everything.
Yeah, that drop down doesn't have a jump pad on purpose because it's meant to be if you want to challenge red, you need to put yourself at a risk, right? Because it's a quick way to challenge red, but it's risky because you have to drop down and you're trapped. You can only rocket jump back out or fall down. The fact that davjs looked for an angle with the pincer from the teleporter was fantastic. You know, that opening shot was halfway during the drop down, so there was no escape from Ray. You know, so he walked in to that red armor fight 70 less, you know, health and armor than he would have wanted to. So davjs, really fortunate. And so far, Ray has kind of put himself in two bad situations by the red armor that's gotten killed twice.
Right.
So red armor's a bit of a curse for him now, but he wants to come back in and see if he can figure it out.
Yep, trying to right the past's wrongs. davjs not left with a lot of HP, and a final direct will bring him down. Ray, not quite on the scoreboard, but he's off the minuses.
Yeah, there was no need to stick him on -1. That was a long time ago. But it'd be nice to see what Ray can do in control.
So what do you want to see from him? How do you
You
go
can
about
play
running
this map very fast once you know you have an advantage. And I think some players don't know how much of an advantage they have. So he's quieter than davjs. You can already tell that by him crouching. This is the first time we've watched him after like I think 9 minutes, because he finally got off the minus back on the scoreboard. Nice blaster into rocket. Could probably finish it off, holds the rocket on the shot, and then picks up a nice one. That was a fantastic rocket to hold, because if he fired when it was ready, he wouldn't have hit that shot. So he waited until he was a little bit closer, you know, from getting flicked, and picked up the kill. So I do feel quite comfortable here, but oh my god.
I don't think Ray feels comfortable.
Yeah. He's like, that should have been such an easy yellow armor pickup, and davjs is like, yo, what's up?
Yeah.
Sorry for over talking there, but there was I just assumed it was just gonna be an easy pickup.
Well, it looked like it should have been, but davjs catching him unawares, and just a little bit of panic in the movements of Ray there. davjs, however, not left on a great stack after that engagement. Has the way A to pick himself back up, but this Mega isn't cut or dry. It's actually going to go the way of Ray.
Yeah, and we should see a fight over here for red. Yeah. davjs.
Ooh, big entry damage.
Dodges left, and then he's like, I don't want to be here. Leaves. He's going to wait for this yellow. You should look down at the health bubbles when you're here. It's the fastest way to attack yellow from red. You drop down the health bubbles, you just go through the teleporter, and you can just go in, like, you know, pretty crazy. Just for those that play this map.
Which is very few people, as far as I'm aware. I think it's one of the least popular in the duel queue.
Yeah, Bioplan and Frontier are really popular.
Yeah. I think Skybreak will
they're
get
smaller and they look pretty.
True.
But this was the first duel map which really had every spawn out of control. You had an option. Sometimes you don't always have options in the other maps because they're smaller. But for learning, they're easier to learn. This is a harder one to play well.
davjs just patrolling at the moment, trying to play off Ray. Gonna let him take the red, it seems. Way over zone.
Waiting for golden frag is gonna kick in.
They're gonna meet
well.
Mega? Yeah.
Alright. One frag for davjs.
The pressure on for Ray. Has to get out of here, surely. And well, a couple of rockets just to cover his path. But now coming back in, wants to take the engagement, but the rockets are very poor. Direct from davjs, pins her out, hits as well.
Oh god, he laid a trap and it started off so well, and then davjs just flicks a flat rocket for 100 and then follows that with a pincer. He should contest this. Oh, misses that pincer shot. It's nice hit. Okay, if he gets the yellow, he's in really good shape. He wants to get a little bit damage on the blue, maybe. I think the yellow might be where Ray is going to push now, but a slow push, and then Mega will be his as well. All right, davjs, oh, I don't know if he should take the yellow and go red. Would he have time? Because if he takes this and gets into red room fast, there's nothing Ray can do. Okay, it's not going to be fast enough. Yeah.
davjs waiting around the corner. Here's a rocket ambush. Up close. Ray gets the better of him, though, in an extremely quick engagement.
I'm not sure how much damage that did to davjs. It looked like weird. It looked like double rocket damage.
It really
looked like the game was broken, and I'm not taking the blame.
You didn't code
Don't tell davjs that he might have taken 200 damage, because that looked funky.
It's a bit like how if you hire a hitman, you're not a murderer, are you? You just paid someone to make this game. You didn't make it yourself.
Yeah.
No culpability.
Nice pincer shot from Ray. He has the red time. I think davjs is in the room. Is he committed to the room? He might be down low. Yeah, I don't know, chat. I don't know how much damage, the way that much damage came out. It was very surprising to me. It looked like it was something weird.
Oh, well.
But we'll see.
We will. Ray with a very healthy stack. Davis with a workable one, but a disadvantageous one. Looking just for a bit of an entry. Gonna stand on this red. Hit the damage on the way in, and now waits for the telly. I don't think Ray's gonna bite.
No. Davis in a good spot. Doesn't want to rocket jump around with his 200 armor, especially when he's only got one frag to secure. So it does manage to get through the... Well, I don't know if he rocket jumped up there, but he's got position on the Mega. This is going to be really important for him. And he has time on the red. So Ray looking to defend the red, making a little bit of noise. It's not... You can't get back to red super fast from Mega.
No, it's much quicker the other way around.
Yeah. But Davis is stacked. And Ray is very aware.
He's going quiet.
Davis doesn't need anything apart from a frag.
Important.
Good on items. I think he just rocket jumped to red there.
Yeah, Davis is on red now. He's just taken it.
Mega.
Ray's going to be on it. They trade major items. Davis has a bit of a look there, doesn't commit the engagement. Ray might be trying to catch him out now as they ring around the rosy.
They're playing tighter in a way, but really safe. I mean, if you want to play duel simple, just stand on the next item that's going to spawn.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Davis pushing in. Good initial damage.
Gonna go with it. The plus back rocket, not bad from Ray, but not good enough. Davis makes it happen and will take map number 2.
Yeah, he only scored about 60 damage, you know, 10 ticks with the shaft, but it's enough. Like once you've done that, you kind of predict your opponent's movement because they're going to be like, I need out because they've got the wrong weapon out. And so Davis just catching that little moment before the teleporter was enough for him to say, I'm going through the teleporter with rockets. You know, if I land one good rocket, there's a follow-up. And luckily for him, yeah, he did.
There we are. We're on Bioplant now. Very different map. Could all change here. Davis on the red spawn. Ray going to be taking a couple of blues and the mega health.
Yeah,
so
this map's easier to control. It's an oblong. I know people say rectangle. I'm bringing oblong back into fashion. So the timings are not that difficult, right? It's to get to where you need item-wise. It's fast, and there's a lift jump in the middle. There's a lot of pincer play from the short end of the map, from one side to the other. As you can see already, pincer damage onto Davis is going to nullify his chance of getting on Mega, and he might even die going up that jump pad. Jesus. He's like, okay, why did I do that? But he survives. And pincers on the out of control side of the map with the blue armor. So what you'll see is a lot of fights again, red and Mega. But pincer is a good opening damage here.
It's something I describe as having quite a lot of set play. I feel like the flowchart on this map's rather simple, and you have to go through this protocol of like, if you enter a room, you check this angle, this angle, this angle, and you just trade pincers a lot of the time. Yeah,
if you walk into a room against an experienced player, you'll get hit by a pincer. That can happen. There we go, -1.
Oh, Ray not taking the frag. Davis taking a spill though. At his own hand. Now Ray on the chase. Davis desperate to get away. For the most part, he does. Peeks back for a pincer. Very ballsy play. And he's going to pay for it with his life. What went wrong there, James?
Yeah. No, it's... If you're looking for these crazy pincer shots when you're running away, you've got to hit them, otherwise you're going to be in trouble. But Ray gets the Mega off that. It's going to be spawning just after the minute. Red as well, just before. So I think it's red next, then pincer. So I hope Ray wants to go... Oh, sorry, red, then Mega. So I think he wants to... He should play the red here.
Looks like he will.
He's actually
here, Davis. Davis got on the red and gone.
Oh, God. If Ray doesn't get position on this Mega, because you've got a lift jump in the middle.
Yep. And it's all gone the way of Davis, who now has all the stack in the world to work with, and surely going to be coming back to this red with authority.
Oh, just free items everywhere, aren't there? Wish my duel opponents gave me free items.
Well, if you play Davis or Ray, you've got to move to NA, James.
It's not a charity event. That's all I'm saying. Well, it kind of is. We're giving prize money to NA Duel, but...
Ooh. Ray, a little bit worse for wear, but Davis is as well. And this is the game. Pincers at range, backing up onto an item. Davis going to take the Mega, the red for Ray, but the red is a little bit more perilous. And I'm not talking about the map. Ray comes out on top there with really, really high quality rockets.
Yeah, not so strong on the armor. So it's gonna. Oh, there's no rocket launcher on his opponent. Davis got caught close range. Nice route there by Ray. I think Davis was expecting to catch him a little bit further out and get an initial pincer shot before he could push into this side of the map with the Mega, but wasn't going to happen.
Ray looking so much more comfortable here than he did on either Frontier or Perilous.
Yeah, that's the pincer shot that Davis wanted to hit, where your opponent's at the end of this corridor, and now because he hit that, he can go pretty aggressive. It's another one.
Gonna drop on the shaft! No!
The lava!
Oh, the mutual frag. They both are going to spawn, but where they spawn is absolutely crucial. Ray's going to take blue. Davis was on red, and they could well reconvene at this Mega, both on 100-100.
Mega's like 0-2.
Yeah. Big damage on the entry for Ray. Davis commits and pays for it dearly, but now off the spawn with the shaft, opportunity knocks. And Ray desperately trying, but he can't make it work. Davis takes him down.
Yeah, nice one by Davis. Next Mega is going to be like 37. Next red slightly afterwards, about 47.
Now 47. Oh! How's he done this? Is he going to make it happen? No, Ray.
It's so messy.
It's so messy.
Alright. Mega taken. Ray doesn't need to play the red side because it's likely Davis is going to spawn there, so this is good. Now, Ray has a nice advantage. He has a pincer. His opponent doesn't. But baiting a pincer from long range with a pincer isn't going to do much. He could have waited there and not taken that 50 and easily won a nice situation, but it's okay. And then I'm guessing Mega's going to be like 17, so they got about 10 seconds after this fight. Yeah, I think Mega's probably about 17.
Davis just trying to head Ray off, buy him some space, buy him the time to jump on that lift, get to the Mega himself, and even comfortable to go under Ray here. As many a damsel has before.
Nice lift jump.
Davis.
The scary thing about lift jumps compared to jump pads, right, is that jump pads make sounds. When you get on a lift, you don't hear it much, so you can literally just turn up like Davis did with a surprise rocket.
It's not quite happened for him. Ray's on that red. Good damage from Davis, though. Nullifies that in a big way. Blue plus 50 means he will be slightly ahead in stack. And, well, it's not enough to quite jump up to the Mega, though. It just means that he's going to be able to trade out here. Major item for each.
In terms of accuracies, Davis hitting 38 shaft and Ray B hitting just 30.
30, yeah.
They're both in the 30s. It feels like they haven't found enough angles to really keep their accuracies up, but they've been surprised a few times on this map by each other. So that's a sign of a very even game when people aren't, overly hitting the kind of 50% plus pincer or the 40% plus shaft.
Right.
So even though the 4 frags are different, it does feel very even.
It certainly does, and Birdland being such a quick map, this could swing the other way. Davis, the one that wants it to make his way over to this red. Gonna drop down on the shaft. Always dangerous, but so far he's living. Not quite thriving though, even with this red. So
yeah, Mega's like 0-5 as well. I don't think Davis is going to be in time. Maybe he will be. Yeah, he could be. Take the lift jump.
Out in the midfield?
Oh, doesn't want it.
Oh.
Gets hit by the pincer and wants to back off. But now he's in trouble. That exchange of pincer is way in favor of Ray.
And now
Ray
Ray's
pushing here. That's going to be his frag.
Very simple.
And I think he's quick. He might even get the red. No.
Can't get damage either. So that's Davis right back in contention in terms of this life, and does a lot of damage to Ray there. Shaft continues to come on in, and we say goodbye to Ray. He's laughing.
Yeah, it's like he had his headphones on back to front in that situation.
Yeah, or he was like scratching his chin, had his hand off his mouth.
Maybe the tea got delivered by his mum.
He's had to say thank you. He's a good and polite boy.
Davis just punishing there. When you're stuck down in that red area, you should be taking quite a bit of damage from Rocket Splash. Davis again. Notice he wants to pick up the... Ray wants to pick up the pincer. So he does look to do a tiny bit of damage. Yeah, there we go. He looks for the top angle now. Doesn't find it. Mega should be spawning at 20.
Yeah, it will be. You're good at this, James. You should try playing one day. Davis coming in with the rockets. The first two weren't bad, but the third is nowhere to be seen, and Ray capitalizes on it.
Right, Davis' advantage, even though he's behind on health and armor, is he has the Mega time, right? Mega 55. And I don't think Ray knows that. So Ray only really knows what's going on in this red room, and he just wants to guarantee what he knows, which is this red. So that will be splitting the Mega. Davis should be picking up exactly on 50, but he's on the other side of the room. Davis might even see it now. Look, he tries the rocket jump.
He gets hit, and he goes nowhere. Big rocket as well. Goes for the pincer. Davis. What a blunder. And he's gone.
Yeah, just he only had the 50 armor, so he was scared to take a stronger position in the room. But being that defensive just opened up opportunities for Ray.
North America's best, ladies and gentlemen. Putting on a real show for you right now.
Yeah, Mega will be about 30, so that will go to Davis unless he's left already for red. And it looks like he's left for red because he hasn't picked it up. So it's up. Davis should get the red. Ray is very happy with his stack. Now he's going to look for some exit damage on red here.
Yep, red is all that Davis has at the moment. He's eating these rockets.
Here comes the chase.
This gonna sting. 04 is red, so he can't wait for that. He can't even just wait in his little hole. He's gonna get chased down and dropped by the shaft. Good plus back rockets, but it just didn't matter in the end.
Great rocket by Ray. Like there were some blind pincers. He was just looking for the angles to get a hit, but then that rocket actually flicked him into the corner. And yeah, just nice finish. But again, these guys just, you know, are their timings. I think they're so, because the game's so close, they're constantly thinking about where my opponent is and what I need to do. And sometimes you can just, you know, relax a little bit about your opponent and focus on yourself, you know, a bit of self-love. Get those armors, get those megas. You have the time. Anyway, 2-1, right, in favor now of Ray?
I believe so.
No, 2-1 in favor of Davis. He won the first two. Sorry, I looked.
Wait, yeah, he won Frontier and
yeah. So Ray
Perilous,
stays in the upper bracket finals of that last victory.
Casbah dramatically.
Sorry, Casbah.
Casbah, yeah, changed.
Casbah.
Named after a reflex map, don't you know?
Probably not.
No, it is.
Heard of reflex.
It is. So our friend Galangua made a map in reflex called Casbah. Anyway. Very different map. Going to be a very different match. Davis with 3 stunning rockets. Well, what can you say about that?
Yeah, when you hit directs, and it's like, I think he was even above his opponent, so those rockets didn't even bounce him. They just pushed him back to the ground, making the next rockets, yeah, nice and easy. So nice start by Davis. A bit of a slow weeble. He's got all the guns he needs.
So powerful, this slow weeble, James. I think me and Death were talking about it last night. It's going to come to a point where slow weeble is going to be thought of as an almost guaranteed frag every time.
It's not.
No?
No, you can fight back. This is it.
All right. I'll let you and Death have that argument. Davis, probably. He's got a lot of stack. Gets hit by a rocket though, and with the red, Ray's in fighting fit shape. Davis has to back away. Eats a pincer as well. Just sort of seems blindsided at the moment.
Yeah, he needs to get this 50. He's looking, 50 health, 50 armor here, and then he's got to drop back for red. But he's got to be quiet between picking up anything, because Ray knows he wants any of the small armors. And he's a little bit predictable, and Ray's going to chase. He could get the red now. Yeah, he should get it. Go, 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 go. Ooh. They must have played each other a few times for that angle to be known. I had no idea you could take an angle from the middle corridor there.
Yep. davjs creeping about. Just listening for anything. They are actually quite close together.
So he's got that slow evil, right? That's a guaranteed kill.
Guaranteed frag. No. When the meta's developed.
Oh, look at
when the meta's developed. In a couple years from now, all right?
You got your best scientists on it, have you?
Yeah. Well, we've got a side. Right. Going to be hitting some decent damage here. And awkward position for davjs, who's going to take the pincer on exit.
Ooh, that's an important shot by Ray. He could really just push back into red armor fast. davjs has to take this 50, and now he's like, okay, I want to do damage to red, but I'm out of position. And Mega's, I think, going to spawn at 09 or 10. And if davjs sits down here for too long, he's going to get buddied off. Like, Ray should be able to... Ray has everything. He just needs to turn up.
Yeah. Should davjs even be here? We're about to get that question answered. I guess maybe it was worth the chance. If Ray was going to give him a freebie, he was there to collect it, and you have to, capitalize on the mistakes of your opponent. But he's in an awkward position now. Just trying to crawl his way out.
1 HP. And a dream.
And a dream. The 54 armor, meaningless until he picks up that bubble.
The sad thing is that 50 health's gone now, right?
Yep.
Oh, no? Okay.
20-second respawn.
And then, yeah, Mega's going to be 45. davjs looking for some damage. Leaves a little bit early. He should have known the time from the previous fight. But he's going to get the red. Yeah. And that pincer angle down there, Ray tries to take. davjs really kind of held into... Look at the davjs' accuracies, by the way. I just want to point out. He hasn't hit anything apart from rockets. And he's winning. I got to nerf that shit. What's this trash game? He's 0% on every gun.
Yep. Who made this? Monkeys. Monkeys made this.
And he's winning. Disgrace.
I mean, it has been said for a long time.
Hey!
If you put enough...
Yeah.
There you go. If you put enough monkeys with enough typewriters in a room, they will eventually code Diabotical. It's just how it works. And that's where all the Kickstarter money went.
Oh, hitting good rockets, but running circles around Ray. Not going to work. Big damage output, though. He's going to feel like he's at an even stack and he wants to go aggressive, yeah. Tries to get in with the shaft. But Ray had nice protection.
Yeah. Ray moving around.
Don't quote me.
No, davjs, sorry. Moving at lightning speed. As Ray just spams out some grenades. And that's a very comfortable red pickup. Mega for davjs. And we'll have this little song and dance over again, with Ray coming out worse for wear.
Oh
no! Why? Why have you done that?
Oh, nice jump.
Why have you done this?
He took the 50 as well. Raby has nothing. There's a 25 here. And Mega's spawning like 40, 45. It's either up or it's just about to spawn.
There it is. Yep. He's going to get it and survive where maybe there should have been a frag. Now Ray's able to return the damage, and davjs left just with 100 HP. He's going to be on the red. Ray getting there as fast as he can, but it's not quick enough. And you'll be able to hear that now. Oh. Strong pincer shot. Direct from up top, though.
Mega's going to be 20. Ray's got his back to it, I think. Yep. He's going to give up red there. So that's the angle we've seen him try and take a few times.
Yeah, it's a strong
It hasn't worked
angle
out for him at all, though. He's not hit one of them.
You got to give yourself those opportunities, right? It's not about how much you hit oftentimes, it's about how many times you give yourself an opportunity to shoot. At least that's what I've been Rage just going to back on up to this. Going to take it as well.
Mega's on the minute, I think. Raby knows he should rush it. No, just give it away. Just before a minute. Haven't seen a lot of pincer openers from these two.
No, which, I mean, they were on the other maps, but on Casbah in particular, they both seem dead set on using the rocket launcher up close. Davis.
Am I mental? I heard he was above there. Did you
might be
where Davis is?
You overestimate how much I'm concentrating.
Oh. Don't know why Ray was looking down, but Davis gets the frag. He's got Mega behind him. I was pretty sure he did. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he took it, but I'm pretty sure it's up.
Just hits the pincer and a second.
There we go.
As easy as that.
You can rocket jump up, hit a red, and win that fight.
Instead, he's going to throw the slow weevil, guaranteed frag.
Should have rocket jumped.
But, yeah.
Should have rocket jumped.
Not ended well. By the thinnest of margins there, I mean, his timing just slightly off. If he had that urgency about him, it'd be so different. But instead, it's Ray getting another frag on the board and one closer. Davis's 3.
It just goes back to, again, like, these guys, I think, giving each other a lot of respect and, like, really feeling that their health and armor needs to stay where it is without the rocket jump. But sometimes position just absolutely dominates your opponent. So if you know that's your advantage and you can afford, you know, 25 armor and a little bit of health, you should take it. Oh, cheeky pincer from Davis. Nicely done. Looking for some angles here. It's going to drop down, but quite dangerous. Doesn't shoot through the grates and gives away the red. Raby, really, he knows where Davis is. Nice rocket. Oh, misses the pincer. That could have been a combo.
Yeah, and with that combo, it may have opened up the option to try and fight for this Mega up close. Instead, it's going to go the way of Ray, who he's just got a monstrous stack at the moment and should be able to take this red with
but Davis is going to drop on the red.
Oh, he's actually managed to get there, but it's not spawned. Ray isn't quick enough. And now the stack's looking a whole lot more even. Blue for Ray. Gonna jump in with the rockets. Pincer out up close. Rockets come back from Davis though. And it really could go either way.
You have to finish this. Nice. 35 on the Mega. 34. But
30.
Davis evening us up. Doesn't, again, like he hits his opponent, wants to do a little bit of damage. Nice. Alright, I'll let him have that one. I think Davis was expecting him to be on the red, but this is really bad for Davis. There's no major items up for him. And I don't think he has Rocket Pincer and might... No, he doesn't have the shaft yet. But ends up doing great work with the Pincer and just rushes down. Oh, Raby is going to be like, that's completely undeserved, and even throws out a lol as Davis ties us back up.
That was ruthless from Davis. Just clinical, and you know, it's one of the hardest things about Arena FPS is the fact that you have to make these plans. They go to ratchet, and then you have to come up with new plans very quickly when you can sort of lament the old ones. And so that is the challenge for Ray right now, getting fragged unexpectedly. Like,
yeah, in his head, I think he was like, I'll be here for a second, and I'll take this. And then he gets hit by a pincer, then he gets rushed by rockets, and then he's like, okay, I'm back to square one now. Like, I need a new plan. But does pick up the Mega, wants to fight in a corridor.
It's going the way of Davis at the moment, though, coming in with the shaft. The rockets don't connect.
Decent amount of damage there. Opening rockets is just so important because they open up not just a second rocket, but they can open up people running away from you, which, you know, leaves them exposed to shaft like that. And Davis took full advantage. Just under 20 seconds on the clock. Raby's down by 1. Davis thinks Ray's over by the blue armor. Wants to throw away his smoke and get the slow weeble. Picking up the Mega. It's got it nicely timed now for a minute. And we're going into golden frag. And Ray's just almost cornered himself.
Slow weeble, guaranteed frag. Gonna hit the pincer. Now gonna drop down with the rocket. A direct is hit. A third one
One more.
Does a decent job. A little bit of shaft, just needs to tickle him down, but he chokes it, and davjs left on just 15 HP. If he gets fragged, Ray's going to be in golden frag, and then, well, you don't know where you're spawning. That can be very scary indeed. Both on a razor's edge right now. davjs does live. No 50 for him, though.
Yeah,
wait for it.
I think the 50 was taken in the previous fight and the red armor by Ray. But this time round, it's davjs that got it. Ray does have mega advantage, but he hasn't got a lot of armor. He hasn't picked up any of the blues.
It all gets very tense.
He's actually picked up 2 blues. I lied. But now he's up to 100 armor. So still Ray with the advantage. But 1 frag for davjs to finish. And this will put him into winners finals? Yeah, pretty sure.
Don't ask me.
Yeah.
Up close, rocket hits. davjs wants this mega, needs this mega, does not have this mega. In comes the shaft.
Oh my god, if he didn't hit that air rocket, he was fucked. Dude,
dear.
He got knocked off the mega by Raby. He left the room, put 1 rocket on the ground. Ray is like, I just got mega, I'm jumping through. And then davjs had to hit an air flick rocket. If he didn't hit that, Ray was already halfway to red armor. That would have been his, and that he would have. I think Ray could have won the game if he didn't get hit by that air rocket. davjs literally clutched it out with an air rocket. Holy shit!